How's it going, guys? It's your boy Stas here. Got my good old double espresso on deck. Happy Monday. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Cheers as the market. You guys know by now the market's closed today, but that's not stopping me. We have 5 stocks to cover today, all of which are oversold, and they look pretty good on the charts heading into this week. And honestly, over the coming weeks, I think these stocks could play out nicely. So we're going to break down entry exit points, the charts, what I'm looking to do, the whole 9 yards, all right? So guys, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. I think 50% of you, I know actually, 50% of you don't subscribe here on YouTube, but you watch the content. So make sure to subscribe. Hit that follow button on Facebook. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And yeah, let's dive into it. So at this point, you guys know the market in general, which we covered more yesterday. Go check out the videos from yesterday, but things have been rocky, right? Last week, we had a pretty smooth sailing Monday, Tuesday, but then Wednesday, Thursday started getting rocky. Friday was rocky, and that leads us heading into this short week, a little more oversold on the RSI here on SPY. If you're looking at the S&P, we're at 680. We're about 18, 20 bucks off the all-time high, so we're a bit more oversold here on SPY on the 4-hour time frame. And on the Qs, obviously, the Qs have been oversold. That's not nothing or anything new, And we're down to what, 600 on the Qs, down from around 640, which was the all-time high. That is a 5-6% drop at this point from all-time highs. And just like SPY, the RSI is oversold here on the 4-hour time frame. And as I'm saying that here, I'm seeing we are trying to put in a higher low, right at about 600, 601 on the Qs, but we're not obviously confirming that pop quite yet, which we'll be watching out for this upcoming short week in the market. So yeah, we are fighting. The bulls are fighting here to put in higher lows, but will they succeed? Will we get the breakout? Stay tuned for this week, guys. I'm excited. And as of now, the futures are a little mixed. The NASDAQ futures are down a little bit, 0.3, 0.4%. So the Qs are getting hit even more right now. But the S&P futures, looking at the E-mini, they're at break even. The NASDAQ, or the Dow, those futures are up 0.06%. And the Russell, I'm not seeing the Russell futures here. I got to add them back. But those are probably, if I had to guess, probably creeping up a little bit. Let's see here. The Russell futures, they're actually down. So a little mixed bag here in the futures market, and we'll see how that continues into tomorrow. But I'm not surprised considering the weakness we saw in the Qs last week, especially at the end of the week. That is trickling into this futures market now, and we'll see if that trickles into tomorrow. Interesting times, guys, interesting times. And with this volatility, the VIX is over 21. We're seeing a lot of stocks getting hit, and this is opening up opportunities, in my opinion. So let's start off with stock number 1 that I think's oversold, that I'm long. I own the stock, and I actually think it's a good trade as well. If you think we're going to get a decent rebound, even a short-term relief rally in tech in the short term, I think Alphabet is very much so due for a recovery rally. And when you're looking at the Qs right now, when you're looking at tech, a lot of stocks aren't doing well in that category, but Alphabet is not one of those. It's been doing great. It's the outlier in the group. And if you're looking for a swing trade in tech right now, in my opinion, you got to look at the strongest names, the names that haven't really been sucked too much into this overall tech sell-off. I mean, look, Google is down 45 bucks a share from highs, but that's only 12%. It's slightly in correction territory. The chart looks great right now. It's still intact, right? We've had a couple red days in a row. I think it's a candidate for a nice rebound. Now, if this trend breaks, big if, but if Google breaks through 300, starts going high 200s, right, this goes out the window. But if we get buyers to come in at 300, 305, we're already oversold. I mean, that's why we're talking about it here. The RSI is at 26 on the 4-hour time frame. So if we get buyers to come in 300, 305, get a little relief rally in the Qs, I think Alphabet is a great candidate for a snapback rally here. Maybe not right to all-time highs, but I think we could start to see 320 again, 325. So when you're looking to swing trade these tech stocks, guys, in my opinion, we have to look at the most quality ones that have the nicest looking charts that are not too beaten up. You know, I'm not going to go out and swing trade, for example, like a Meta stock right now, even though that might work out as a swing. It's a little more rocky than Google. It's not as smooth sailing. The story is not as loved on Wall Street right now. The narrative's not the best, but I'm invested in Meta still, but that's a long-term play. I'm talking swing trades here, guys. I think Google has the best setup. So GOOG, keep your eyes on it. I like the setup here. Uptrends holding, but again, if it breaks through 300, we have to reevaluate. At that point, it could slip further. But Google, Alphabet looks solid. RCL is another one that I'm eyeing up here, Royal Caribbean, which this company reported very good numbers. Did you guys see their numbers about a week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was, 3 weeks ago? The stock went bananas, man. It went through 300, broke right through it, ripped all the way to 350, which at that point it was at multi-month highs. So we completely ran through 300, broke through it on the earnings, and now we're seeing a sell-off, and we're seeing this in all of these cruise line stocks. You know, CCL is seeing a haircut here, which this chart looks pretty good as well. You know, they're seeing healthy pullbacks. So I think RCL here is opening up for a nice entry point. Maybe not necessarily now because it's a falling knife, but if it comes down even more, or once it starts consolidating, whether it's here at 320, maybe at 310, it comes down a little more, 305, that is where we're going to get a nice entry, in my opinion, in this window right here on RCL. Right around 305, 310, right around this 180 SMA. And you'll notice 310, 305, that was support back in August. We saw a nice rally off of it back in, also in the middle end of October. And we also saw it as a resistance a couple weeks ago. We broke through it. So I think we're going to get buying to come in here at 305, 310. And I think RCL could be a nice swing from there. And the numbers were good. We got some buy ratings, price increases, you know. So RCL, watch it. Keep it on your watch list, guys. Let it settle a little bit. That's what I'm doing at least. And I think it could be a nice opportunity for a swing. So that's RCL. Another one is NNDM, Nano Dimension. Do you guys remember Nano Dimension from the 2020 days? Yes, I know a lot of you remember, but we haven't talked about them in a while. Actually, wait, I think I did mention them about 2-3 months ago when the stock was at 150.60. I'm pretty sure I did on this dip. We called it out. That played out beautifully, right? From 160 to 180.90. And here we are a couple months later, and it did push over $2.30. So the trend is looking phenomenal. NNDM's gaining momentum. We're now seeing a pullback, which I think is an opportunity here, or I wouldn't be talking about it in this video, right? So NNDM's down from 230. It hit that on the 10th, so a couple days ago, about a week ago. Now we're down to $1.90, all while maintaining an uptrend. We're down 16%, all while holding that 180 SMA as support. So I think NNDM here, guys, it might come a little, down a little more, down to 180, 190, or 185. Either way, I think it looks great on these charts. I think it's going to be a buy the dip pretty soon here. And if it creeps under the 180 SMA like it has been, or it has done over the last couple of months, I mean, look, on this 4-hour, it has crept under the 180 a couple times, like here. It's not reason to freak out, So I think if it creeps under this 180 SMA, maybe it comes down to $1.70, $1.75. That would be a big test as well. So anywhere here on NNDM between $1.75 to $1.90, I think is a very interesting range for the stock. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I think we could be seeing well over $2 again on this thing. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, guys, make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Again, like I said, 50% of you don't subscribe, but you watch the content. So if you haven't yet done so, hit that subscribe button. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And by the way, check out the Patreon down below if you want to keep up with my actual portfolio updates. You see my trades, my investments, everything. Plus you get access to that Discord, the private Discord. That's linked down below, also pinned in the comments. I appreciate all of the new people that have been joining. It's been a crazy ride over the last couple of months on Patreon, and I really hope you guys are finding value there. So stock number 4 is Nucor, ticker NUE. This one's been on fire, and recently it's taken a pullback, or seeing a pullback, which is, rightfully so, considering how overbought it was. So we're getting that pullback, and Nucor now is clearly holding the 180 SMA. It looks like a nice continuation play, and that's really just it on Nucor, Each time this thing's pulled back, it's gotten oversold on the RSI, at least ever since the middle of October. Each time we've pulled back to this moving average we're at right now, we've held it, we've bounced, we've seen higher highs. So that's not guaranteed to continue, by the way. Nothing's guaranteed in the stock market, obviously, or maybe that's not so obvious to some people, but it looks good. That's what I'm saying. And for now, for this week, I'm watching it on this pullback, and let's see, give it a couple of days. Let's see if it consolidates right around here, 175, 180, and I like it there for a move back towards 200. And last but not least here, guys, NEM, Newmont Corporation. It's a gold stock. Gold stocks, you guys know, silver stocks too, have been on fire, and Newmont has been on fire. It's definitely participated in the gold rally, and recently Newmont's been chopping around. We hit 135 back in the end of last month. Then we saw a huge drawdown to about 103. Big pullback there. It was a $30 drop, 20%. Bear market, quick little bear market. And since that point, Newmont, look at this, guys. We put in a double bottom. You guys see the double bottom right here. And now we're pushing through these moving averages again. And as of Friday, we had a 6.5% green day, bouncing right off those moving averages. And now we're at multi-week highs on Newmont, pushing through pretty much close to where we were at the end of last month. So I think Newmont, even though it's not, I guess, as traditionally oversold as all the other stocks on the list, it looks good for a continuation play. We got oversold, double bottom, popped over these moving averages. Now we have a little cup and handle in the making here. I think we could be seeing 130 plus again on Newmont. And with earnings coming up on the 19th, so literally in 3 days, this is one that you need to watch for a move. Maybe even before earnings, depending on how their earnings are, it could pop after. The guidance might be strong considering how hot gold has been, these mining companies. So yeah, Newmont, NEM, watch it. And all these stocks are must watches, but you got to do your own research. Please, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to go buy this or buy that. Understand everything you're buying before you actually do so. And again, if you want to keep up with what I'm buying, it's all on Patreon down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasserfs.com/Patreon, and that's where you get access to my private Discord as well. I'll see you guys in there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day.